Morning everybody. Yes, as you can tell, I'm not very awake. Let's switch the light on. Does that make any difference? Who knows? Anyway, welcome to every circus at home for everyone. Session number 15. Can't believe we've got 15 of these. Quite often when I'm in schools doing work with people, I'll do a roundup of what we've learned so far. And I've just realised I haven't done any roundup of anything I've done so far. So apologies for that. But before we do the roundup of all the stuff we've been doing, we might as well have our warm-up. Now, the most fun I had with warm-ups, I must confess, was when we're bouncing on the bed the other day. So if you want to drag your device that you're watching into a bedroom where there's a nice bouncy bed, then let's start the roundup. Or you can just sit back and relax and watch me do all the hard work. It's up to you. So let's turn the music down a fraction, and we're going to start by simple crouching on the bed and just standing up. So if you haven't got a bed, you can do this anyway, just on the floor. It's more fun on the bed. And then we can try and go up this time, down, and then we're going to kick back, come back, and go up again, okay? That's a good warm-up. Okay, it's enough of those. And now let's do some walking. And let's try some running. So you're lifting those knees up, get those arms moving. Oh, good. And let's swing some arms around. Good, and let's go forwards. Let's try kicking, hopping. This is actually quite hard on the bed. Sorry, my internet feed just went then. Apologies for that, but we're back. Good. Now, since we're on the bed, you may remember some of the bed gymnastics we tried earlier in the week. So, one of the fun things we did was for our knees, go to all fours, back up, all fours, back up, and then from all fours, we'll then go and land like that. Remembering to put our hands like that. That's called a front drop. So here we go, front drop, and see if you can bounce back. So that was a really good warm-up exercise that we did earlier in the week, and it's one of my favourite ones. Okay, nice to see you watching. Okay, so, and maybe your children as well, who knows. Right, so, what did we do? So we did, at the start of the week, we did some pandemic work. So we had, I got you getting some saucepans, frying pans, and you may remember that we got we did some circus fun by getting a ball that you'd either made or that you already had around the house. We had to go tossing the ball. And that was quite fun. And we learned that if you were doing it with a tennis ball, it made it much harder because it just bounced out. Then you can have a go at sort of throwing it in the air, swapping hands, throwing it in the air, swapping hands. Lots of fun things you could do. And we also had to go at target practice, so you could stand a little away from it and try and throw your ball or object into the pan. If you found that easy, then you would move it further back and do that until, and we suggested we did a point system, you might remember that. So it's worth having a go with that again. Always a fun sort of game. Then on Tuesday, we looked at some bathroom related circus stuff you can do. And you may remember, should have chosen a slightly different colour. It ties in too much with my shirt, but never mind. Okay, so with a flannel, if you moisten it slightly to give it a bit of weight, we found that if you learn to twist it, you can get it to fly like a spinning star shape. And then you can learn to keep it going in the air, and you can swap between hands. And if there's two of you, then you can have a go at throwing it to each other. And that's a lot of fun. And try and make sure that the flannel isn't too wet, otherwise water will fling everywhere. I don't really want that to happen, okay? You can do it with a dry flannel or a small towel, but it may not have enough weight to spin out easily. And it's a matter of getting used to giving a quick twist of your hand. Let's just turn the music down a fraction. Twist of your hand to get it going, okay? Like that. And you'll find that you have to practice with different hands. We also had a go with, remember, if you got some bathroom ducks, I reminded you of the juggling cascade pattern, where the ducks change positions like that, one after the other. So if you haven't practiced that at all this week, since we did it, have another go at practicing it. Can be any object, but it's good to get that pattern in our minds because it's so important to learning to juggle. Okay, so that was the bathroom, and then yesterday we did some more bathroom stuff. I was trying to remember what we did in between, remember, I got you to get 3 toilet rolls and to put an elastic band around them to stop any toilet roll unravelling. And then we learnt the juggling art of cigar boxes. Now, cigar boxes, when you have 3 boxes, or in our case toilet rolls, you throw it up and you catch like that. And we learnt various tricks where you can try and rotate the objects in the middle like that. And if you remember, I said it's the first time I've done this properly. In fact, I don't even own a proper set of cigar boxes because they're quite expensive. So loo rolls are quite cheap, and now they are readily available again. So and remember, we did things so we can turn all the rolls around different ways, trying to catch it. And remember, we learned how to bend our knees at the same time and use our head, so we'll bend. And there's a lot in that bending thing that's important, especially when you're performing these. Okay, so that's a little roundup of what we've done this week. So I hope you've enjoyed all those things. And I did mention with the cigar boxes, if you have any boxes that are sort of that shape, it's basically the same size as a loo roll. But you need 3, like tissue boxes, then you can do it with actual boxes. It might make it easier than with loo rolls, because loo rolls can be a bit big for your hand. I'm struggling with this full loo roll here. I mean, you can unravel half of it, but then you get loo roll everywhere, so not so good. So those are the things that we can practice, and then you can practice them over the weekend if you want, and then you can get into any time you've got an object around, you can just have a go at some fun, some practice, and that's really good. And so that is. Oh, sorry, my volume's a bit low. I'm on maximum volume, I think, so sorry about that. I'll just have to speak up while I'm waffling. Okay, good. So that is the end of today's session. It was just a quick roundup of everything we've done. Have fun over the weekend. It's our first week back at homeschool, and next week I'll be back and we'll do some new stuff. So I look forward to seeing any of you who come on Monday. And please feel free to look back at the 14 other sessions that I've already done. They're 2 weeks worth before Easter and this week that's just gone. And you can learn lots of interesting skills and have lots of fun. Okay, so it's bye for me for the minute and see you all later. Bye.